right. Welcome back in, Great North Sports. We got the actual, it looks a little bit better here. We'll figure out what happens when we add Zach in later. But for now,
It's
for now, 7 minutes late, we are up and running.
look, we're trying to transition to something that is a little more user friendly that we can get some recording done on. Trying to, you know, make things work the way that we want them to work, to give you guys the best content that we can, while still being ourselves. And that means having time to troubleshoot things. And I think the most important thing that we've learned is that you need to make your bed. That's the most
It's
It's
me.
the most important thing.
You
It
can't be
was
a
yeah.
true human throughout the day if you don't make your bed. Absolutely
I
vomit
don't I don't.
inducing.
We posted a video of Dubs talking about the Bruins, and someone was just absolutely appalled at the state of
Appalled
his
at my
room.
room, dude. I really don't think it's that
No
bad.
subscribers. It's not that bad. There's some clothes and stuff.
I have
Like
a
you
couple
live.
of crumpled ones on the floor right now that might look a little suspect to the untrained eye, but
Listen, you got to earn that money somehow, and I'm not judging how you do it. Okay. We will be
today's
joined later
economy,
tonight.
shit.
We'll be joined later on tonight, by cowboy Zach Hurst. Uh,
Love that
he's
for us.
currently on dad duty. Sorry, he's just there.
Hey, I mean,
Yeah,
we'll
that
get some
works.
fantasy advice from. I mean, you two are the fantasy experts, along with Jeremy and Tank,
We're gonna
of
do
the draft
we're gonna do some mock
shenanigans.
drafting. Yeah,
Expect a
do a
whole
little
lot of
mock
fantasy
drafting.
football content coming from AC and
Tons coming.
Zach.
But we want to start tonight, on the ice.
Yes.
On the ice. So the
Hockey teams that matter, unlike mine.
yeah, yeah. Well, hey, mine's out. Marchand just scored. Breaking news.
That's the only thing I'm rooting for in that series. Is I hope Marchand just obliterates the Maple Leafs. Even if we're not in the
Uh,
playoffs, you can't escape the rat, Toronto. I hope you have fun.
you can't do it. Can't do it. So we had a couple of round one closeouts that were incredible. Obviously, Winnipeg, probably the most intense closeout we've ever seen. I don't know if have you ever seen like a closeout game like that? 1.7 something seconds left to tie.
You, it's literally what you write in movies. It's like the stereotypical
That's
movie end, but it really fucking happened. And
that's
then they
what
had
you
to
play.
basically play an entire another game in overtime to actually get the game winner. Played almost two
Yeah,
full periods. That's a long fucking night. And Winnipeg only had five defensemen because Morrissey went down.
yeah. It was crazy, and the insanity of overtime winning. When you're a kid playing like ball hockey, that's the scenario. Except it's Stanley Cup,
Right.
usually, but that was the way to go. It
Yeah,
was
normally
pretty
you're not
impressive
thinking
to see.
about, you're not like, he's going to round two. He gets the
Going to
shot.
round two.
But yeah, no,
Um,
crazy finished. I don't know if I've
insane, man.
ever seen anything like it, to be frankly honest with you. Winnipeg
Also,
cuts it to a 2-1 game with 8 seconds to go in the second. Foxa just beats Connor Hallebuck top shelf with a nice little shot. Hallebuck got beat a lot. 16 goals in 3 games on the road. Not exactly Vezina winning hockey, but hey, we got it done. He locked in after that. Nemesnikov gets a goal, 6-on-5 with a minute 28 to go in the third period. They cut it down to one. Almost gets it tied, but then they ruled it a goalie interference. Binnington got pushed into the net with the puck. It's crazy fucking minute and 28 seconds, which was really like 15 minutes, it felt like, in the actual broadcast. Perfetti ties it with 1.6 left on the redirect. He was obviously part of their first goal of the game, too. Like,
phenomenal.
heroics. Fireworks.
Yeah, phenomenal heroics. And then we had the Mikko Rantanen revenge game.
I don't know if there's a better revenge game in the history of hockey. He had one of the best periods of playoff hockey that we've ever seen.
It was insane. Do you remember when we talked about Mikko Rantanen going over to Dallas and how he was going to get this chance.
Yep.
It was phenomenal. Absolutely
I
phenomenal.
said it in last week's show. We're previewing the series or talking about the series. And we're already going at that point, but he was either going to have the game of his life if it went to a game 7, or he was going to completely disappear, and he had the game of his life. I saw this article in The Athletic. So let's look at this scenario that just played out. Rantanen doesn't want to leave Colorado. Was reportedly willing to take less than market value to re-sign. He thinks he is close on a new contract, and then the team shocks him with a trade to the Carolina Hurricanes, where he's unproductive and miserable, at which point he is flipped once again before the deadline to the Stars. Dallas then faces his former team in the best matchup of the first round, but with 15 minutes left in regulation, looks like we're going down. 2-0, Colorado's up. I did?
Our screen's black. Yeah, it's black.
Oh, fuck. How did that happen?
I don't know.
Well, we're back.
You can't touch anything.
I'm not allowed to touch shit, apparently. But anyway, 4 points in the third period for Mikko Rantanen, and 3 goals, including the empty netter at the end, just to, cap it off. Make sure Colorado knows that he's the one that sent them home. The assist on the other goal to Wyatt Johnston, just, the guy was unstoppable. And that first goal in the third period was completely, it just summed up the game he was having, because he just walked uncontested into the slot and just boom, top shelf.
We knew Dallas was a good team. Colorado's a great team, but they're spent. I think they need a little bit of a retool. Currently, second round is underway.
Right off the bat.
Second round is underway. Well, yeah, whatever. It's all good, Hurst. We got you. Dub's got it. You'll be on in a bit here when we're talking things that are more... Zach is also checked out of hockey, so I'm the only one that's still checked in on hockey.
I saw a bunch of people a bunch of Mavs fans that are now tuned into hockey for the first time, being like, I gotta watch something. Fuck. They ruined basketball for me.
What am I supposed to... My favorite series right now is obviously Panthers-Leafs.
It's going to be a bloodbath.
You see the Anthony Stolarz thing. What do you think? I gotta tell you this, because everybody's talking about it, and I'm not trying to jump on the wagon here. That looked like the softest hit I've ever seen to cause a concussion in my entire life, and I'm pretty sure it was the puck shot at his face that caused the concussion. That happened a couple of minutes before. But the people that are saying, "Oh man, he elbowed him in the head," he gave one just a little. I
wouldn't even call it a chicken wing. He
didn't get the mask off.
No,
he didn't hard enough to knock his mask off, and we're saying that it was that was the big deal. I will fully go in there, fully go back on it. I don't think that it was that dirty. I know he's a dirty player, and he will get under your skin. Totally fine with that. But man, soft. Stolarz out. I feel bad for him. I hope that he has a speedy recovery. Joseph Woll in net, and I believe they're currently losing. And I hope the Leafs lose forever.
Me too. They needed that one with Ekblad out. They got it, but I will never root for the Florida Panthers unless they're playing the Maple Leafs.
They looked the Maple Leafs looked awful after the first period. The first period they looked locked in, ready to go, and then they couldn't figure it out. They were on their heels, and they survived that game 1. I think Florida evens up the series.
I love Leafs fans crying about Sam Bennett too. It's welcome to the show. He's been doing this for fucking years. It's how he plays.
Yeah. It was a little love tap at best.
I've
taken harder hits.
War crimes.
They were ready to hang him at the stake. It was, pin him up and set him on fire. They were ready to go. Burn him down.
This is game 1.
It's game 1. It's just game 1, baby. I think you're going to see it. It's going to be a fun series. Vegas and Edmonton also going to be a fun series.
I hope that I don't care. I mean, it's a fun series. I don't care as much about that one. I hope Edmonton just smacks them. I hope they just 4-0 sweep. I hope they don't score another goal. Vegas got the first 2, and then Edmonton just goes on an all-time run. That coast-to-coast goal to seal it from Connor Brown, too, was chef's kiss. That was beautiful.
Real sweet. Yeah. It's going to be a fun one. Not going to be a fun one is going to be the Caps, and
Cavs aren't
Canes.
having fun right now either. Cavs got their hands
Cavs
full
are
with the
also
Pacers.
Cavs are also overrate this. Just want to
I can't
overrate this.
can't wait for people to be like, Celtics had a soft run to the championship again. I mean, we got to get
Yes.
past the Knicks first, but
You gotta not choke against the Knicks. Go ahead. I think Edmonton should win that series.
yep.
Obviously, Jets Stars should be a good one. I hope that's going to be a more
I
exciting
hope
series.
that goes
That
7, and I hope Leafs Panthers goes 7. I need those two series to be
Canes
lengthy.
and Capitals are both kind of they were gross. I watched yesterday. It was awful. It was just not fun hockey. It's like you want to see the trap for 45 minutes.
You're gonna see the trap for 46 minutes, believe it or not.
It's just the trap. It's nothing but the trap, and then 99 shot attempts.
Imagine the
One of
entirety
them
of
might.
overtime between Winnipeg
Imagine the
and the Blues.
1996, the 1996 New Jersey Devils called, and they're back in it. They're just, it's nothing but the trap.
Green
Nothing but the
shoulders
trap.
and the trap.
Yeah, that's what you get. That's what you get. Welch saying the Portnoy curse might be a thing. Is it?
I didn't
Do we
even see
really
what
care?
he was betting. I have no fucking idea.
I don't know.
I know I'm
he's gonna
cold as
bet.
fuck right now. I can't hit a damn thing when I'm betting baseball specifically. Doing okay when I dip into the NBA and NHL, well, but MLB is
You want,
bending me over a barrel.
you want to talk about a little bit of baseball here before we get Zach in here?
Yeah, I
Uh,
guess.
there was uh, there was a stat you don't want to have. This is a no good, very bad day.
Oh, Ryan Presley.
Yeah.
Ryan Presley
Yeah.
had the worst statistical outing that you could have with no innings pitched. He gave up the most runs, tied for the most amount of runs. Which at that point, if you're the manager, let him go get it.
Get after
Leave
it,
him
man.
in there,
Get on
man.
your
You're already sold the game. Like, what's another couple pitches? Fuck it. Ryan Presley. This was the in order the batters he faced. Gave up a double, single, run scores on the play. Squeeze bunt, run scores. Walk, hit batter, run scores. Base hit, run scores. Base hit, 2 runs score. Base hit, runs scored. 26 pitches, no outs recorded, and he shot his ERA up from a 2.08 to 7 point something, like 7.6. Just a really awful, shitty day for Ryan Presley.
My favorite part about that is the squeeze bunt. Like you were like, it's not like you were just getting rocked. You also got like small balled.
Yeah. You couldn't buy a bucket, Clark.
You you couldn't save yourself. They were bunting. They were giving themselves up and still beat your ass. That was absolutely terrible.
Getting small balled today. Also, the walk and then the hit batter. Like, you just put one on. You're like, okay, lock in. Like, hey, we gotta, we've been here before. Time to battle back. And then you just immediately hit the next guy. Be like, okay, confidence is gone. It's shot. Oh,
Yeah, we're shot. We're
get
done.
me off the hill, coach. It's time to go. I'm gonna put some ice on this shoulder and call it a day.
When I'm golfing, usually that's the opposite of what happens. I'm like trying really hard to play well, and everything I shoot is like in the rough or the sand, and then I'm like, oh, what? So it doesn't even matter. And you like come up to the like ball and you do some like goofy swing, and it's like dead red at the pin, and you're like, what are we even doing here? What
You
is
can
this
just
game?
Pull the
It's
Porzingis
nonsense.
and just play shitty and then go, I'm sick. He's done that
I
like
don't
4
feel-
times this year.
Tummy ache, coach. Tummy ache. Can't do it. I got the
I got the
shits. I
shits.
gotta go. Gotta go. I got the Paul Pierces.
Nobody can question the
Give me a
shits,
wheelchair.
dude. Like, I'm gonna shit myself. Do you want me here with shit in my pants, or would you rather let me go?
Get me a wheelchair. Get me the Paul Pierce
You want to
treatment.
see a
I
grown
need out
man
of here.
shit himself outside of a marathon? Marathons excluded.
Marathons don't count. It's not the
You're
real.
allowed to shit your pants if you run 26 miles. You got it, bro.
Um,
I'm not gonna question.
Aaron
you
Judge is
that.
on an unbelievable run right now.
He's playing MLB The Show on Rookie. He's just teeing off.
Yes, he is. He is unbelievable. Is he the most likable player on a rival team that you've ever seen? Like he's like the guy that I want to hate him, but I can't. He's too good. He's too good, man.
I don't. I still hate him. Once he
I
fixed
want to hate him.
when he fixed his teeth, I was like, fuck. Now there's nothing. Now there's nothing. I got
No, I got
nothing on
nothing.
this guy. You know, I still
I
think
got
back to him
nothing.
playing the fucking boombox and then getting wrecked in 2018, but that's so long ago now. He's just been
Doesn't
on a
matter.
tear
See,
since. It doesn't matter
he's the AL MVP
until further notice.
without question.
Like,
Yeah,
we can
I don't
go
think there's any chance.
years, honestly.
Yeah.
Barring some sort of
and
crazy injury, it's his award to lose. The same thing with Shohei and the NL. Like, those guys are going to be your MVPs like 3 or 4 years running. I'm sorry to tell you.
Dollar Dog Days. I want to hear about this. 'cause
Oh
I need
yeah,
to
so
know
we
what
had
you're-
dollar dogs at the. I meant to bring this up on the show last week when we were in the heat of the Red Sox Blue Jays series, which Crochet might just not be able to pitch against the Blue Jays. They might just have his
we love
number.
that guy.
That's a
We love that
little
guy.
unfortunate for me, but if you guys stay out of the playoffs, I won't have to worry about it. But we're trying our best to do the same. Anyway, Dollar Dogs night at Rogers Center. I need to know how many you can throw back. Nothing on it, not done up. Just you're going straight for numbers. Just bread and dog. If you want to do them up, fine. But this is an endurance competition. You're not.
No,
not
I would
supposed to
do.
enjoy
I would
this.
do. I'd put a little bit of ketchup on there. I need ketchup. I'm not going to do the mustard. That give me the. I wouldn't be able to do the mustard. How long do I have?
The game.
Like 9 innings.
Yeah, but you're not doing the 999 because
I would say like 5 is
get to
probably
that.
where I would tap out. I think 5 would be
dude,
like.
I think I could do a disgusting amount of hot dogs. I discussed this in my Discord chat recently. It was maybe I think it was right after the show last week when I went, fuck, I didn't ask Armchair about Dollar Dog Night. And I think the common answer was 10.
Yeah, so 10 is like you think 10's like a normal amount.
It's not. It's
I'm going to tell you.
superhuman amount.
Well, look, as the father of this group, as in like I am a dad to a child. You go to a lot of barbecues and people just cook way too much food.
That's
like
true.
way too much. Everybody's like, oh,
yeah, but I don't want to be the guy at a
over,
party
and they're just
12 hot dogs.
and they're just like, here's a whole bunch of hot dogs. No, what I'm saying is I've eaten more hot dogs than I've wanted to eat. I've eaten like 4 or 5, and then it's like, all right, now I'm gross. I think I like realistically 6, like 6, and then I'd be like, that's enough. I'd be full.
I mean, this isn't about being full. This is about numbers, Armchair. It's about putting up fucking stats.
That's why you're a goddamn American treasure.
10. I think I could get 10 down on a really good day if I ate nothing. And I would hate myself after. I would never look at myself the same in the mirror and be like, what is wrong with you? Why'd you do that? Another thing about Dollar Dog Night that made me think, why are there never any incidents with the hot dog steamers? Like, I'm glad nobody's getting hurt, but you would think you'd hear about more issues with those. Like, they're always carrying them over their head. I assume there's hot water in there. Like,
yeah, no. Professional doggers. This happens.
It's never like, oh,
all the time.
Fucking Jimmy Schmitz from the hot dog guy put a fucking steamer down on a child and caused third-degree burns.
No, it's the happiest place on earth. Rogers Center during Dollar Dog Days. It's just a bunch of dudes eating.
So do you think you could 999 or no?
No.
Yeah, I don't like beer enough to do it, but anybody trying to do it now, it's like pitching in the steroid era. Like, the games are too short with the pitch clock.
It's too short. Yeah.
First of all, you need somebody running to go get them the whole time because you can't be standing.
Well, that's
crucial
part of the issue. You can't be standing. Yeah, I think I could do like a full like 4. I could do a 4-4-4, and that'd be like
Yeah, I could probably do that. The pitch clock and the economy and strikeouts at an all-time high. It's like pitching to Barry Bonds, like full juiced up Barry Bonds. The odds are against you. You might as well just walk them.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple funny MLB things that I saw today. Mariners have won 9 straight series, breaking their most since their record-breaking season in 2001. And they that game today when they got the A's beat, Gunnar Hoglund, rookie pitcher for the A's, was tying his shoes, and Mariners stole second base. He got the ball back from the
That's
catcher, stops, ties his shoe, and Dylan Moore's like, Are we serious? He like stopped and hesitated, and nobody like told him not to, and he just fucking went. Hilarious.
That's my favorite thing that happened.
Yeah, I was pretty excited about it myself.
I don't know if you've noticed, but we have Cowboy Zach Hurst on,
Welcome.
who gave a weak attempt at your local minor league game for a 9.99.
Oh, I did. It was absolutely pitiful. Is what actually happened. I had my wife on standby running dogs too, which was the best part. Because the beer thing, I would get to at a time on my own. The beer was the easy part. It was the dogs and the kids getting in the way.
That's
but
fair.
no, I got through 5 and wanted to die. It did, but like you're saying, it's too fast. It's way too fast.
Too fast.
I had back-to-back 3-up, 3-down innings, and I'm like, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna vomit and die.
Hard. It'd be like I can't imagine like a Mark Burley game where it's like this game is going to be 45 minutes. And
guys just up there, no wind up, just gassing 90 the whole time.
You need one of those guys with the ultra wind ups.
Oh yeah, Dice K like getting all up above his head. 2 pivots.
Yeah, the guy behind me was in from L.A. He's a Dodgers fan and visiting his daughter, who like just bought a place and they're all fancy or whatever. And he was just watching me be miserable. It's like, dude, what are you doing and why are you doing it? I don't understand.
What are you trying to prove?
Yeah, yeah. Because my wife's just recording me. It was wild.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Appreciate you jumping on, my partner in Fantasy Crime. We love crimes. There is a little bit of football news before we get into this first mock draft.
Let's go.
It involves your Dallas Cowboys.
Yes, sir.
George Pickens, the newest addition, a true wide receiver too for Dak.
It'll be the best one he's ever had. Not true, actually, because we had a brief run with Amari and CD, but CD had yet to emerge, and Amari was on his way out of town. I thought because we talked about this at the draft. I thought there's an outside shot we brought Amari back. Since they didn't even attempt to address anything in the draft, I'm like, they're gonna do something. But this trade came out of absolute left field. Like a little bit of news hit last night. I was like, whatever, there's no way. And then this morning I woke up and I was like, holy shit, they pulled it off. But yeah, I'm excited.
Pretty inexpensive price for a wide receiver though, right? Yeah, like a third is like and even if he is, let's just say he's only there for the 1 year, which I don't think is going to be the case. He's the same agent as Micah Parsons.
That's my favorite part of this whole situation. Is they just asked Jerry about that agent. He's like, who? And now you got to deal with him twice. So have fun.
Yeah. I don't think we'll deal with him twice. I really don't. No, I think it's a unfortunately he's going to be the new like D-Hop hopping teams towards the end. And he'll skate around, or Stephon Diggs grabbing 1-year deals from whoever wants to sign him.
Hey, we gave him 3.
Catch your bag. Yeah, but that's the thing. Same thing. You guys can do the same thing Houston did, though. Throw it into bonus money and cut him after a year.
100%. I think we have an opt-out after the first year built in anyway.
All the money is really in the first year, or in a little bit in the second year. But no, I'm excited. It gives them an actual offense now, because I don't know what they were going to do until now.
Well, Jonathan Mingo was your number 2, right? He was.
No, it's Tolbert.
That's
but
not much
he's
better.
A slot receiver. No, it's not. But no, I thought about like the cost, like you were talking about.
What did you give up for Mingo? Wasn't it something stupid?
A 4.
Yeah,
it was
that's
a 4.
Crazy.
Yeah, that I was so pissed about that one.
The
and
difference
then, like,
between those two trades.
Milton. Yeah. It ended up being a 3 and a 5 for him and a 6. I'm like, yeah, that's a no-brainer. Just do it. They gave us a 6th rounder next year. We give them a 5th rounder next year.
Yeah, the third-day swaps are not that's not really any value change there.
No,
it'll be irrelevant by the time you get there. And a third for a guy who gives you an instant improvement in the offense. Obviously, all the talking heads today were talking about how you match up wide receiver 1 and 2 to Philadelphia now. It's a whole lot closer today than it was yesterday. It's a whole lot closer. I like Pickens better than I like Devonta Smith. And I think CD and AJ are pretty similar. So I would say you're close. You're close.
It's just going to be keeping his head on his shoulders, really. is what's going to come down to if he can not go full Antonio Brown.
One of my favorite memes
On
all
the
the
oth-
time is the like QB throws a pick, George Pickens somewhere downfield at the DB, and it's like prime Cain Velasquez highlights.
Oh, that's so bad. It's so bad. But maybe
The
he's just pitching a fit. We'll see.
the other side of this is obviously the Steelers selling high-ish on a wide receiver who Mike Tomlin has not had a lot of success with. Jonathan Welch famously said, don't buy a wide receiver Mike Tomlin's selling. I don't think that's the case here. I think this is a one-off where you've got your guy. You can go, hey, look, this is who we want. You get a wide receiver 2 in Dallas, and realistically, it's Pat Freiermuth season in Pittsburgh. I like DK Metcalf a lot better, depending on if they ever get a quarterback. It's Mason Rudolph today.
It's me. I forgot to tell you.
Yeah, I called for a workout too, so we got this competition.
Oh shit!
Two of us.
They didn't tell me that, dude.
Yeah, it's okay. I can't throw. You're good.
Throw the steak over a mountain. Could have made steak.
That's it. No, it made me think too. Is that I remember they got a second for Claypool back in the day when they really fleeced somebody.
Mapletron.
So unless
Old Maple.
So unless Tomlin does know something, the rest of us don't know. I think it's just contract with
Belichick
him.
was famous.
But
Belichick was famous for that too, selling off guys before they wanted a new deal or a big deal. Tomlin is great with wide receivers. He doesn't do it with anybody else, but
he gets the
never
most
felt like
problematic ones he possibly can, and then he sells them at the perfect time.
like,
every single time.
yeah,
Nobody knows a diva
Claypool,
receiver.
Deontay,
Mike
and then
Tomlin.
him. Yeah.
Gentlemen, it is time
Are we gonna do the thing?
to finally do a mock draft. I have shared the screen. Dubs is going to have to do a little switching, make sure that it's live on there. I can't see shit.
Did you share it?
I did.
I don't see it.
Let's see. Can you see it in our chat?
No.
area
The last time you popped it up, it came right up. I don't see nothing.
I'll see it
Let's
this
do
time.
it again.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it again.
I can share my side if I need to.
Yeah,
If it's
pop
easier.
it up. See what we got.
Yeah, you do yours this time then, Zach.
Do the roar. All right. Hang on. I've got
roar.
one. I got one screen pulled up a lot closer than the other, so this is being fun. Come on, Discord, where you at? And share screen.
It loves to do crazy shit.
BWE mentions? No.
Not yet. There you go.
There we go.
Got it?
There we go. Yeah, we're up.
All right.
Okay.
So I'll start us and you can recap it when we go and stuff if you want, but because I've got to hit the button, and then we've got a 2-minute timer, I think.
Perfect.
Scoot
So
it
we are
back.
doing very first fantasy mock draft of the season, for me at least. Although Zach and I did a couple of little tester best balls while we were at the draft. But this will be pick 1, 6, and 12. Zach is leading us off. I'm in the middle, and Dubs is capping us at the rear end of the snake. It's 2 minutes per pick. The other teams are going to be auto-picked, so they are probably going to pick horribly, because that's usually what happens.
That's the plan. That's what we're hoping for here.
You
Yeah,
wanna
and I'll
kick
start
us
us off. Yeah, so format 2, Superflex Dynasty, so youth does get moved up. No kickers, no defense. They're not real people.
So they're not real people.
Nope. 2 running backs, 2 receivers, a tight end, a regular flex, and then that's super flex. So, no, sorry, there's 2 flexes. I'm dumb. Anyway, let's hit start and hope I didn't mess this thing up. Yeah, good. Look, it's going. Yeah. So first pick, I'm not overthinking this. It's a 2 quarterback league. It's Josh Allen and then everybody else. You could put Lamar there. I'm not going to argue it, but I'm taking my quarterback and keep this train moving down to you, armchair.
And that is also an easy pick for me because as much as I love Jaden Daniels and Lamar Jackson and Jalen Hurts, I think that Joe Shiesty is actually going to have a massive year. So at the 6, I'm taking Joe Shiesty.
It's always so fun to see how these fall in a super flex format too.
So Dubs does not have a great quarterback to pick from way at the beginning.
I almost purposely picked 12 so I could go through this instead of one of you to see, because you almost have to decide to punt or not really here. We can't hear you at all, by the way.
Dubs audio disappeared because he hit watch stream. So
Yeah, that's exactly why. We're back. Good call.
Yeah, here we go.
I got
so you go
Amon-Ra, and I am punting on quarterback for the moment.
You have to. That's one of the strategies.
As much as I am excited to see Ashton Genty start off, why he's ranked higher than Saquon, I won't know. So I'm just going to go ahead and make sure I get a running back and a receiver, and I'm going to take Saquon Barkley. Guy had a ton of fucking points last year. It's the Eagles' offense. I'll roll with it.
Yeah, it's strictly age for him at the running back position.
So Genty went at 9, CD and Neighbors at 11 and 10. Team number 7 has Jefferson and Nakua, which is a deadly wide receiver.
It really is.
I almost went with Puka and Amon-Ra, but
and I'm left kind of in the muddy middle here. I can go Brian Thomas Jr., which makes a ton of sense. I don't love the Herbert pick here. I don't know about Trey McBride right away. It seems early to pick tight end. Someone's going to.
QB is a
but I'm actually
going to go after the first round.
Yeah, we're actually going to go a little bit off.
Well, you said you didn't know who was going to. I was going to say me is who's going to if he falls. Because with all the
I like him at the end of 2. Yeah.
Well, the positive touchdown regression he's going to have this year that he didn't get last year he would have been a layup there. A couple teams have already double dipped at quarterback. Which means I'm going to have to get real spicy if I want to, which I don't think I am. Bless you. I heard you. See, yeah, and this is just one of those that I'm 1,000% going to hope. I don't like picking first. That's what I'm learning right now as we go through this.
First. I'd rather pick 12.
Yeah. Especially you'll see a lot of leagues with third round reversal. I don't take that much time.
Get spicy real quick.
It really
does.
Well,
you got to pick 2. You're back to back here, remember? So
I know that because I'm looking for both. I'm pretty. Yeah, because I'm good there. You know what? I know what I'm doing. This is Dynasty. I'm gonna go ahead and lock in Brian Thomas Jr. on his second year. Can only go one way. I actually love Travis Hunter being there to free him up a little bit. And then
got cut too.
Yeah, today, news. Gabe Davis got cut. I think there's a severe teardrop after this next player I'm going to take. I think there's a group of top-tier receivers in the league. And there's 2 left, in my opinion. One of them just much older.
Yep.
God dang it. I'm taking Nico. I'm not going to overthink this. Tank Dell's gone. They got another rookie coming in, but especially in Dynasty, I'd rather load up on receiver and figure running back out later.
I am in a position where I'm going to go quarterback here, and I'm going to take a guy who just got a brand new weapon in Jordan Love. This is not typically how I would draft this, but I don't love the idea of taking Bo Nix there. I didn't love the idea of Cam Ward. And then after that, quarterback gets real spicy real fast.
Yeah, I'm not in love with any of my quarterback choices here, but I'm going to have to get one.
It's your buddy Kyler Murray. He's right there for you.
I know.
I love Kyler Murray still.
That's probably what I'm going to do.
I have a real problem.
Purdy or Lawrence. I have Trevor Lawrence in a Dynasty League, and I'm stuck with him, and I'm not doing that. So I'll go with Kyler. And then on my turn,
choice.
I can't really pass this guy up. I'm going to go Jackson Smith and Jigba. The guy was getting absolutely peppered with targets at the end of the year. Sam Darnold's going to need a go-to guy there, especially with DK leaving. They're really saying he's the number 1 go-to guy, so I'm going to go with Jackson Smith and Jigba.
My options here are I can go for a stack and grab T. Higgins, which makes a lot of sense. I think that's
The bag.
that's a wise choice, but I am not doing that. I am
But I am
going
not
Bucky.
wise.
I'm going
You-
Bucky Irving.
I
You are
love
so
Bucky Irving. I absolutely love Bucky Irving.
My two favorite running backs are on the same team against me in this league. Anyway, sorry. Team 3 is crushing this draft with Lamar, McBride, Amarian Hampton, and Quinshon Judkins.
Yeah, they're going to
Anyway.
pick late wide receiver. I am also picking a lot later for wide receiver. Needed that running back, though.
I'm not. So
I do.
I know I'm going full homer with one of these picks, and I also want to win this year. So there comes a time that you have to make a decision. And one of them is this guy is going to be good at football for this year. So I'm taking CMC. Yeah, I know. And I took him over Trey Henderson, and I may regret it, but I may all just double dip on him right here. And the more, as I'm talking out loud, I think I'm gonna.
I like that.
Yeah, because I've got one for the future and one for now. And Trey may start slow, but I think he's gonna finish the year great.
Agreed.
And then take over the job and keep it moving. And that way, neither of you two can have him. So that's the real reason I'm taking him.
Fair reasoning.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
very fair reasoning.
Just to pull him away.
I didn't
what
think
I
he
want to
was
do
going to
is
get there to me again, but if he was, I was 100% taking him.
Yeah, I don't think he would have either. I wanted to go full homer and take Dak there, which would have been a smarter play, honestly. But I also wanted some CMC love. So
I'm going to go with a wide receiver that probably should have been better last year, but we'll see what happens. I like this offense the way they've built it, and your boy Ben at the reins, I think it improves.
So full disclosure, Rome was my pick if I went receiver there. Rome Odunze 1,000% was my pick at receiver.
High on Odunze.
And then, yeah, he went Odunze. And then on the way back to you, it went McCarthy, Brown, Baker, Bryce Young, Michael Penix, and then back to you at 12.
You got Dak and Trevor sitting there. Trevor should have a
Yeah.
bounce back year. I know that I'm not saying pick him. I'm just saying I think that Trevor is. People are going to sell
I do need a
real
second
low
quarterback, and I hate Dak. Tua's up there with Derek Carr in terms of quarterbacks and my hatred tier. And I'm all set on rookie Jackson Dart, Justin Fields. So, yeah, I think you're right. I think I do have to go Trevor Lawrence here. And then on the turnaround...
And I was actually so fun sometimes doing the mock while you make this pick. I like to play and see what happens because I knew there was me and only two other teams that didn't have a second or after you. I assume you were taking one.
Yeah.
It'd be Team 11 and Team 9, and I'm really flirting with disaster here, but I can also just pick up value the rest of the way because my guess is there won't be a third coming off the board for a while. So we'll see how it goes.
I'd say you're right.
One
because
of those
this
two
is
teams.
Dynasty,
We'll
I'm
take
gonna
Dak,
go. I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I think I can wait a little bit on another running back. 'Cause some of these young guys, so I'm gonna take my guy at tight end. I'm gonna take Tyler Warren. So I think he's going to have monster seasons with the Colts.
Did I miss something? No, I didn't. Huh. No, when you said that, and I don't care to say it. I am surprised Loveland, just from a fantasy perspective,
He's ranked a lot lower on here, but there was between those two because I would need one of the rookies. I just prefer Tyler Warren, but Loveland's a beast, and in the Ben Johnson system, he's going to eat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm going with a tight end as well. And what's a rookie quarterback's best friend? It's a pass pitching tight end. I'm going to go with
Hawkinson.
Hawk.
And this is why occasionally you gamble. I wanted to take Dak last round, and I didn't. And now Value Town has found its way home.
And you get him a big late.
You going to double up with Loveland?
Absolutely, maybe. No, I actually don't think I am. Especially with the news. No. Well, Dak is one of these two picks, but I'm going to use the clock here. I'm really struggling. I can't take another running back. It's making me regret taking Trey Henderson, to be honest. Because I always play this game because I could have gone Rome. Yeah, and everything would feel differently. Also, just to mention it, DJ Moore went crazy late. I know he's older than Rome. He's only like 28 or 27, 28. That's crazy. So his fall in Dynasty is wild. I'm not taking Colson Loveland. I think this year's the year that the number 1 overall tight end will not be a rookie, as it has been the last 2 years in a row.
You're not taking Terry McLaurin right there?
I'm also
staring
not
right
taking Terry. No, I'm not. He's gonna be my, and this is a hot take, but whatever. He's gonna be my biggest fade of the year probably. I don't know that I'll have a single share of Terry McLaurin. Historically, he's had no touchdowns, and he way overproduced the touchdowns last year. That will not replicate itself twice, especially adding Debo.
Terry.
I like him too, and I was so glad he finally had a good year. But adding Debo, and then you had an all-time high. What I am going to do, though, is with the recent trade, I'm taking DK here in hopes that he can just crush it by himself.
I don't hate that at all. God, it is hard for me to want as many Bears as this, but I am going to take Colston Loveland.
Even though you have Hawk already,
ends, dude. Let's go, Armchair.
We're going 2 tight ends because I don't want you to have good ones.
Fuck, I was really hoping Chuba.
I don't.
It is less about having 2 tight ends and more about trying to play the other picks. Team 7 ends up with George Pickens. Team 8 with Tyreek Hill. Tua goes to Team 9 with a quarterback room of Tua and Baker Mayfield. That's a choice.
Sheesh.
Chuba at 10 and Williams at
it's
11.
only worse than Team 10 with Bryce Young and Cam Ward at quarterback.
That's
also not great. Yeah,
I prefer my quarterback room over that. I don't love mine, but I'd much rather that
over that. Jeez, sorry.
No Commanders hate, Jim. We're just they're going to be a great team, like football team, fantasy wise. Just saying that I think Zach is saying that he thinks that McLaurin is a fade here. I get it.
Just from where he's being drafted. I honestly had him on my team the last 2 or 3 years, even as a Cowboys fan. It's just he's never been a big touchdown guy, and historically, that having a massive, like literally double your touchdowns year over year doesn't stick. He'll be good. He'll be fine. But yeah, strictly from fantasy, I will probably be fading him this year.
I really need
real football, great player.
Really need a running back here.
You're going to need a pick. You got 30 seconds.
I'm thinking I don't really like either of these guys for fantasy, but out of sheer need, I think I'm going to go with Joe Mixon.
I think it's a great pick. He has no competition there.
Right. And Montgomery, you never know what's going to happen with Gibbs. Like, yeah, he's awesome for touchdowns, and, you know, I know a ton of people cashed in on bets on him last year, but for fantasy purposes, I prefer Joe Mixon. Even though he fell off a cliff at the end of the year. And then here, I'm not sold on Marcus Golden, so I'm going to go Jaden Reed.
I love Jaden Reed.
It's a part of the Packers. Yes. What was Marcus Golden was the edge rusher from Missouri, wasn't he?
That's exactly what I was getting ready to say. Yep. He was a defensive player, and oh my God, I thought Pacheco was going to fall in your lap, Armchair. I really did.
So close.
That was the other team that I can't believe they didn't. I mean, he's clearly going to get the ball early and often, over and over again this year.
My picks here are ugly. They are ugly. We've got Jerry Jeudy, Mike Evans, Luther Burden's there. I'm not picking another Bears wide receiver. That doesn't make any sense to me. Jaden Higgins.
Bear down, baby. Bear down.
Josh Downs is there. Ricky Pearsall's there. Like, I don't love a lot of this. Burden would be a pick for dynasty purpose for sure. But in that vein, I'm actually going to go a bit off board here. And I'm going to go Scatterbill.
So this is you did that strictly as a play to me, and that's fine. Because I am absolutely in love with that kid.
He's so
Not being
good.
weird.
Runs into telephone poles. He loves it.
Yeah, but no, it was one of those things that kind of see how the draft folds. Like Burden should have been a value there for you, but you can't go 3 Bears that quickly, that early in the draft. I really hate Team 4 because I thought Mark Andrews was going to fall in my lap at the end of the freaking 8th round, and I was going to just scream and be happy that I have a tight end on my team.
Team
But
4
now I
looks
don't.
good.
Yeah. Way better than this team that I have. So, yeah, this is me full punt at tight end, boys. That's what we're doing. Full punt at tight end. As
You
I
don't
look down
want
the
to sign up
list,
for the
yeah,
Kyle Pitts experience?
absolutely not. He's officially dead to me.
Your boy Jakey's there, but it's a little early. A little early for Ferg.
Big Tucker Craft guy.
Yeah, that's
Tucker
the same.
Kraft.
They're all in the same tier.
Yeah,
And
for
I
sure.
am gonna take the value on Luther Burden Fallen just in case he's good.
I think that's a wise choice.
Yeah, we'll see. He could be a gadget guy. He could be Kadarius Toney 2.0. We don't know. We will find out though. And Jerry Jeudy got every target last year. This is hard not
Sure
to, but I
did.
think their quarterback could be me. In case, man, yeah, I've got CMC. This team's in win now mode. Give me AK. Take Alvin Kamara. This is a win now team.
I think that's a smart pick on Kamara.
Yes. You got to make a decision
lefty.
sometimes. It's win now or play for the future, and I'm at the point now that I have a old player. Now I have 2 of them.
Yeah. I hate everything about where I'm at. I'm in purgatory now. This is the hard part. I'm not taking Fields or Darnold.
Come on.
I just no.
I
Sammy
almost
D
took-
MVP
I almost took Fields.
might be the guy. I won't take Fields. Refuse to take Justin Fields.
If I didn't take Lawrence, I was gonna wait for Fields.
I hate Fields. I hate Fields with a passion.
All right, so this is just completely irrelevant to you picking and talking to buy dead air. I haven't starred any of these guys that are starred, like Keon Coleman and Cortland Sutton. I don't know how they got starred, but that needs to go away. Unless it's like giving me like you should draft this guy. No, how about no? Anyway,
You know what?
no, I don't.
You know what?
Tell me.
We're gonna do it.
Yeah, you had to, I guess.
You
don't know.
talk
Well,
yourself into Justin Fields?
I did.
I think we talked him into it.
He's not. It's
He's
the
not
running.
wrong.
It's the running touchdown. It's the rushing touchdown possibility, right?
Bingo.
It's hard to. It's hard to
Bingo.
pass up. From a fantasy perspective, he has better upside as a rushing quarterback than he does as a passing quarterback. He can absolutely make it worth your while. And it's way too it's late. We're in the 9th round.
We're in
So.
the slums right now. God, I
And
I'll tell you, if I
Oh,
wasn't taking Ricky Pearsall. Not there.
it's sometimes you just decide, hey, Tucker Craft guy, he's there for you here. He will not be there again.
I know he won't.
Oh, double dipping in the pack town.
I'm pretty sure
Um,
I'm gonna
You're gonna do it.
I'm gonna
You're gonna
do this.
There's another
And
guy
then I'm gonna
that
do that.
after you both pick, I'll talk about him because if he falls, it's fine. Yeah, actually, I don't have to wait. DeAndre Swift, he should have been gone. If I'd have thought about it, because again, he's got nobody there against him, and I just assumed they would have drafted somebody, and they didn't. But
And once again, got stolen.
who?
Michael
D
Pittman.
Swift? Oh,
No, D Swift. I didn't think would be
I
there.
was looking at
Pity
Pittman as
City.
well. I got Tracy just because he was really good at the end of the year, but I know Scadabo's going to take a bunch of touches from him, especially in the passing game.
I could see those guys being 50-50 split. We'll see, though.
That's my hope with the pick.
You homer.
What'd you do?
Even though it's not your team. He took Keon Coleman. Just a up north homer is why I said that. Shakir is who I thought you were going to take there.
I
But
like
yeah.
Shakir, but it's dynasty, so I'm leaning on the youth here.
Jack Betch
Mhm.
went high. Is that where Jack Betch is going?
Yes, only because one, it's dynasty, and two, they have no other receiver there besides Jacoby Myers.
That makes sense.
This is going to be where the fall of Turd Ferguson stops, so I can have a tight end here, because I liked him a lot more before we traded for Pickens today. But I'm going to pretend that didn't happen in this draft.
Yeah.
And then,
And
so I'm
I
sitting
really
here. I
want
got 2 quarterbacks, 4 receivers, 3 running backs, a tight end. Everything in my soul is telling me I need to take another receiver here. However, I might not. Do I lean on the 1-year rental with Najee? I don't want to.
the Juwan Jennings season.
That's actually 1,000% who I think I'm going with.
unemployed J.K. Dobbins at 133, higher than Tajay Spears.
Which stuff?
I love that.
I
love that.
also, low key, I also really like Calvin Ridley this year.
Tank Bigsby's low as fuck.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna bank on. No, I'm not. I'm really torn here. Is there a chance Sam Darnold's good? I don't think he is. I'm considering taking my 3rd quarterback. If I'm taking any of these guys, I'm not taking a 3rd quarterback. Gross. I'm not doing it. I think, just so I can make my point, I think Juwan Jennings may legitimately be the one there this year, or he'll fizzle out entirely. Because it's going to be, Ayuk will not be ready early. So
No.
I'll take Juwan Jennings.
I have Ayuk in 2 dynasty leagues. When he got hurt last year, I was not a happy
That's
camper.
brutal. That's brutal.
Yeah, not touching that. I am going full homer pick here. I'm going Stephon Diggs. Great
I like it.
experience, fully bought in.
I like it. So I almost went back-to-back tight ends there so I could take Kelsey. I thought he may fall even further. Team
Kobe
not
Myers
stupid.
off the board. Tony Pollard at team 8. Tajay Spears, Cam Ward's like 3rd favorite running back.
Devo, Kelsey, Mr. New
Team
Orleans
11.
Leggett.
Yes, sir.
Can't understand a word that man says.
Cooking raccoons in the kitchen.
That's right.
Or something like that.
I don't know. I couldn't understand him. Mumbles when he talks.
No one can.
You taking Geno or Darnold here? You need your 3rd quarterback,
I know
and they're
I
not
do.
going to last through the rest.
I think they'll last longer than you think.
I think they're going to last one more round because they're all going to get these running backs and receivers off the board.
The thing is, yeah, there's some value falling is the real problem. I'm right there with you.
I still like a lot of these guys on the board. I'm gonna
Oh,
get.
how much time?
I'm gonna go Aaron
Ah,
Jones.
Ron Jones. Then the unemployed JK went right after that, which is wild. Cooper Cup. Yeah, Value Town falling late because he's old. Marvin Mims, Ramondre, backup Stevenson, K. Dotton, and then it's back on you, Mr. Armchair, taking the guy that I talked about a second ago. Motherfucker. And then Evan Ingram went. Sorry. Oh, that's who I wanted.
You wanted Evan Ingram?
Evan Ingram.
I did, yeah. He, tweeting out the Joker stuff. I think he's gonna be big this year. I really do. I would have got him. I almost double dipped Evan Ingram and Ferguson, but I thought he would last. Well,
he said
he didn't.
no.
He did not last. So, I am gonna take a 3rd quarterback here and probably start to run. And just in case this, hang on, because Dak and Josh Allen are solid. Like, they're not losing their job barring injury this year, which is all I look for in my 2 quarterbacks. Like, you're not getting replaced unless you get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
With that said, in case Anthony Richardson learns how to play quarterback, I'll take a shot just because he can run.
He won't.
I know. And beyond that, and I'll get yelled at here, but because he mentioned it earlier, I'll take Tank Bigsby. He's down there a good little ways.
I was waiting for him to fall this next round.
Him or
and
Tootin.
Shaheed went, motherfucker.
Dude, Brooks and Shaheed all gone.
Damn.
Well, Brooks isn't playing football
Brooks,
this year.
yeah, I don't give a fuck about Brooks.
It's a stash.
Oh.
I'm also looking at this board and saying, what are we really talking about here?
Armchair Doyle said, how the fuck is Max Pacioretty still playing hockey?
That's a great question. Couldn't tell you.
Zdeno
tell me.
Chara
Yeah.
legally murdered him like a decade, like that, even longer ago. It was like 15 years ago.
I despise this list right now.
All the guys I wanted just went. Shahid's gone. Bigsby's gone. There's one more I'm sitting on. It's probably going to go right here. Yep. Darnell Mooney. Goodbye. God fucking damn it. Alright, well, I guess it's time to take good old Sammy D.
And then just hope that Milrow doesn't get to play.
Yep. I don't think he will.
You
I
know,
feel
and
pretty
just because we're
confident in that.
talking about quarterback now, did you guys realize that Geno Smith is like the third oldest quarterback in the league?
Yeah,
That's
that
actually
tracks.
crazy. I mean, I
Yeah,
knew he
I
was
did.
up there,
And when I
but
heard, I was like, he's like 38. I'm
yeah,
like,
it
wait,
just
what?
doesn't sound right in my brain.
No. Yeah, it threw me
Wow,
off. It was
this
like,
does
stat.
suck. I hate all these.
I
guess
still
I'm
like
gonna
real
go with
ugly.
Jalen Noel just because he's a rookie, and
Yeah, Jalen Noel. Yep.
yeah, I'm
There's a
chilling with
chance that
pick.
there's a chance he's actually the 2, not Higgins. Those 2 will be battling for snaps.
I really wanted the Patriots to get Higgins, but I'm fine with Kyle Williams.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna take Royals.
There you go.
Base hit. Let's fucking go, dude. Here we go, Sox. I have a lot going on. I have Jim giving me play-by-play on the Red Sox game. I got the Celtics on my left.
I was getting ready to
got
say,
the
I don't know
Rangers
what the
going
heck
on.
you're talking about here. All right, so we're done with all of those.
Multitasking.
I will not be taking another quarterback the remainder of this draft.
Yeah, I won't be either.
I'm looking down.
You don't want Tyler Shuck
Nope.
or
Yeah,
Shador?
I'm good on that.
I'm shocked
I'm good
the
on
Saints
that.
wanted Tyler Shuck.
I love
This
Tyler
is
Shuck.
rough
He's a
here.
great
I
guy.
know one of my picks here, but I don't know the other one.
He's like older than me.
Hold on, receiver 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's telling me I didn't have enough, but they're wrong. Yeah, I used to love Christian Kirk, and now I don't because they drafted 2 rookies.
Same.
Wow, this sucks. This sucks real
Yeah,
bad.
it does. The bottom 4 rounds here are fucking slim pickings. George Slim
Mhm.
Pickens.
Yeah, yikes.
Got Amari Cooper.
I want to take him. I just can't do it. You know what? I think I'm gonna back up CMC with Garendo here, and
Smart
then
pick.
I'm reaching a little bit, but just in case he's good, because Tennessee has a no-win at receiver, I'll take Ayumanner.
I like Manor.
Mm-hmm. And the more I think about Cam Ward, he's gonna sling that thing. This could be like baby Jameis Winston this year.
I don't love
Like
any
this
of the.
anymore?
I don't like any of this.
No, I hate
None
all
of this
it.
is. None of this is fun.
Now I'm just trying to
Um,
like gamble on injury. I'm like, who's gonna get hurt?
I just realized something.
I'm gonna take QJ. I don't think he has a. I mean, he's obviously not the one. And then I think the
Or the
rest of
2.
my draft, or the 2, or the relevant. You might
I
get
was
cut.
gonna
I
take
can't.
Ollie Gordon.
I think that
I like Ollie Gordon.
Ollie Gordon's a great pick.
He got taken before me,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
2 picks for you. Hold on a second. Okay, never mind. I see that now.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go.
Is anyone going to pity draft Shador Sanders? No?
No,
No.
no pity picks here. I'm going with my guy, Demario Pop Douglas.
Let's go.
And
I considered him.
just because it's maybe Brian Robinson gets hurt, maybe he gets shot again, God forbid. And
Yikes.
I got Austin Eckler.
Too soon. What's with this? Okay, now I thought the same team took both JK and Nick Chubb. I'm like, dude, they don't play on teams. What are you doing?
Oh,
But they
yeah,
did. It was
no,
too
that was close.
It's still close.
I don't like any of this. I'm gonna take.
We're in
I'm
round
just gonna.
16. We're not supposed to like any of this anymore.
It's rookie stash season. I'm gonna go Harold
There you go.
Fannin.
Ooh, okay.
Well, that was one of the two I was looking at, being completely honest. So I got one Turd Ferguson. I might as well take another one, right? So I will
I love
accidentally
the
start the
turds.
wrong tight end. Yeah, accidentally start the wrong one all the time. And
Double
I had so
double
much,
turds.
yeah, double turds, and so much fun doing that. And I waited so long on tight end. I will, not once, not twice, but thrice. I will take tight end.
Elijah Arroyo.
And
Another
there
guy I
go
wanted the
all the
Patriots
third
to get.
quarterbacks. Yeah, took two rookie tight ends, hoping one of them pans out.
Yep, I like it. Taking shots at the end of the draft. Gotta do what you gotta do.
Yep, and we're coming up on. I didn't know how many rounds to do. This is actually a pretty solid number. In a real dynasty, it would go further than 18 rounds. But this is
The
a
one
real,
I have
so
coming up is 24.
my big one's 25. So yeah, that's usually about
Hey,
where we
Shador
are.
slide stopped in round 17.
No shot.
Good lord. I'm
So did
telling
Tyler
you,
Shuck.
Mr. Irrelevant in this draft will be Dylan Gabriel, the actual starter for the Browns, if he's still there.
Taking Theo Johnson because it's a crapshoot at tight end for the Giants. Who knows? He might be able to see the field. Can't say that for a lot of the guys left on the board. And then I think I should. I got Aaron Jones. I mean Austin Eckler. I think I got both of them actually. But I'm gonna go Wandale Robinson. Same thing. Somebody's got to do
I like
something
it.
for the Giants.
Oh boy, the Dylan Gabriel pick is just sitting right there for me. I'm gonna
You
take
can.
yours.
I have three quarterbacks already. I'm not actually going to take Dylan Gabriel.
No, I'm not taking.
Or
Dylan
am
Gabriel.
I?
Noah Gray's right there for you.
Oh no, I'm not doing that. What I think I am going to do though is take Saquon's backup to end the draft. I think.
Oh, we're choking again.
This doesn't matter enough. I shouldn't be thinking this hard. I don't like any of the receivers. I don't think. Yeah, no, none of those guys. Oh, you know what? I should take Will Howard here. He might actually start. And I'm not gonna, but I should. Nope, don't like any of these guys. This sucks. This is the worst. Mr. Irrelevant will officially be. Yep.
Joe Milton.
No, Will
Joe
Shipley.
Milton.
case
Old
Saquon goes.
Bazooka Joe coming to take Dak's job.
Yep. Will Shipley.
There you go.
Yay! All right. Do you want to here one by one? Let's recap these teams. One of you guys go first.
Well, I mean, look, let's take a look at your team here. You went Josh Allen in the first, Brian Thomas, Nico Collins, CMC, Travion Henderson. Got your quarterback again, Dak Prescott. Went DK, Luther Burden, Kamara, Ferguson,
DK in the
Jennings.
seventh. Let's go.
That's a great pick there. Kamara in the ninth is also solid value. You finally got your tight end at 10. Jeremy
we were
would be
punting.
proud. That's a great weight. Jennings, Anthony Richardson, and then it was a bunch of stack your rookies with I.E. Manor and Ferguson and Arroyo. Grab Shipley and Garendo as the
Couple
handicaps,
handcuffs. Yep.
or as the handcuff, sorry, and Bigsby in there. I think it's a solid team.
Yeah, there are a couple.
Josh Allen or bust works.
Yeah, it's in a top. You could say in Superflex top 4. I think it's hard not to take one of the 4 quarterbacks. And I don't really care in what order, but I would go Allen and Jackson as a tier by themselves, and then the other 2. But yeah,
That's
and
what
then,
happened with Jaden Daniels too.
Yep. And then yeah, on to here. I'll tell you what I'll do. You take his team at 6, and I'll cover yours at 12.
Okay, sounds good. Armchair, first up, you went with your boy, Joe Cool.
No, Shiesty. You know it.
The man, the myth, the legend. Followed up in the second round with Drake London. I like Drake London especially. But Penix might be a guy, too. They were really linking up at the end of the year. It felt like his touchdown bet was hitting every week. Jordan Love, second QB, obviously running the super flex. And then you went with Bucky Irving, broke my heart. I was hoping, I knew he really wasn't going to fall to me in the 5th, but that's the game you play at the 12th pick. Roma Dunze, stole him from Zach. I know he was high on him. And then you doubled up at tight ends. An unprecedented move. TJ Hawkinson and Colston Loveland right back to back, 6 and 7. Cam Scatabo in the 8th. We all loved that pick. Came back around for Justin Fields. Didn't think you would do it. 3rd quarterback off the board for
we
you.
definitely guilt tripped him into that one.
Guilt tripped him into the Justin Fields pick.
It's the running touchdowns. I just hate the Jets.
Then you hit the AFC
I almost
East
looked
for back-to-back wide receivers, Keon Coleman, Stephon Diggs. Calvin Ridley, big value pick with there. Late for a guy who's slated to be the number 1 receiver on a team. Javonte Williams, I never really know how Dallas is going to use running backs, but he's slated as the 1, right, Zach?
Yeah, he is going to be the 1, and I honestly, did not even realize you drafted him.
Yeah, that's a value pick.
Big time. Full disclosure, I would have taken him over Tank if I'd have seen it, but I was locked in on Tank Bigsby just because.
Yeah, I probably would have taken him over Aaron Jones too, or not Aaron Jones. Yeah, Aaron Jones. That was what I went with there. Whatever. Darnell, oh no, that's the wrong team. Jalen Royals, rookie for the Chiefs. We like rookies, dynasty drafts. Get as many as you can. Quentin Johnston, who I fucking hate. We have a history over the last couple of years in fantasy. Anytime I need him to do anything, he just shits right down his leg. And then anytime he's on my bench is when he's catching his few touchdowns of the year. And then Harold Fannin, just stocking up for the future with Harold Fannin, Tez Johnson, and Xavier Restrepo. Restrepo went undrafted, right?
Yes, he did. He went undrafted, and his quarterback called and said, "I'll make them sign you if you can just pretend to be fast."
Yeah. Just get out of the chair a little quick when you stand up.
Run a little.
Sign the pen.
All right.
Go quick with it.
Then back of the draft, you almost have to punt quarterback unless you're going to start with Caleb Williams in the 1st round, which is never fun.
Nope.
So after the top 2 went, you went Amon-Ra. Just curious, is that just your guy?
He's my guy. I've had him every year the last few years, so it was biased.
Yep, that's all good. I just was curious because him over Neighbors and Lamb and really just those two.
I feel like Nakua too, probably.
Nakua too, yeah, but with him having Devontae there, that's the only one I'm worried about this year. Anyway, and then Saquon, pairing him with Saquon. Saquon's a layup there if you're not gonna go with Genty. And then your favorite quarterback of all time, both of them I like with Kyler Murray and T-Law.
Two faces.
The
of
JSN, yeah, JSN falling to you at the end of the 4th, I thought was wild.
I could not deny taking him there.
No, because I considered him when I took Nico. It was him, Marvin Harrison, or Nico. But yeah, that's great. 6th, you took your boy Tyler Warren because you liked him. And then in the 7th, Joe Mixon. That's value town too, just because of his age.
Yeah, I needed another back pretty desperately there too.
The most talented receiver in Green Bay, Jaden Reed. Hopefully they can just leave him in the slot. They have all slot receivers, and then Watson on the outside. Is that just what they're gonna do? Like they just have a little bunch of slotty routes across the middle for everybody?
Or we running drags and slants.
That's wild. A bunch of screens, I guess.
Yep. Bubbles.
Yep. So that was headed back at the start of the 8th. Then the 9-10 turn, you got Tracy to split the backfield with Thunder Lightning in New York. They used to do with Bradshaw and, oh my God.
Brandon Jacobs.
Jacobs, yeah. And then Kraft, I think I guilted you into that one because you said something about him earlier.
A little bit, but I do love Tucker Kraft.
So that was...
I was flexing with 2 tight ends in one league for a while last year, and Tucker Kraft was one of them.
Who was the other tight end they have? Because you had to decide for that one.
Musgrave.
Musgrave. Yeah, it is.
Is it Musgrave? Yeah.
It is Musgrave. Yep. Yeah. Because I thought it was going to be... I was on the Musgrave side for a while, and then he got hurt, and he's dead now.
Yeah, he's dead.
To them, anyway. Luke Musgrave, I hope you're not actually dead. That'd be weird. You got country cooking Xavier Leggett that can't speak English. He's the coach for the SCLSU Mud Dogs. Xavier Leggett. And God, nobody the Waterboy reference.
No, it was fantastic.
I loved it. I chuckled.
And then, yeah. So here's the thing, and this old running backs are great. If you can just sit there and wait and not
Yep.
like, if you just want to make a play, have a couple young ones, couple old ones. That is the move I'm noticing, because I mean Mixon's not old, but that's way too late for him.
This
Aaron
team
Jones,
might
way too
obviously be looking for running backs in the rookie draft next year because God is it an old running back room, but I think we can get by a year or two.
I'm right there with you, dude. I've got CMC and Kamara, so
Yeah.
I'm with you. Then all right, so after him, that was that turn. Oh my God, Sammy D, and then again, you just fill spots at the end. Jalen Noel, who it's him or Higgins is going to be the two there. Nobody knows yet. Pop Douglas, deep route guy. And hold on, where did Drake May go? I meant to look at this. Both of you guys being Pats fans.
Early.
He went one pick in front of me. I was
Yeah.
gonna start 1,000%. He was gonna be my pick in the second round, without hesitation.
That was the quarterback I was thinking about at the turn, but then I was like, nah, I need to take Saquon.
It seems early, but
It felt
you have to.
early, but yeah. Then when I got to fucking Kyler Murray and Trevor Lawrence, I was like, yeah, shit, I should have done it. I would have felt better
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah. Sorry, I cut you. Pop Douglas, and then the corpse of Austin Eckler, and then Theo Johnson. Yep, and then Wandale Robinson. So you love the Giants. Is
Too
what I
much
learned.
Giants, but somebody has to do something on offense.
It's
It
gonna
has
to
of
happen.
elimination.
Malik Neighbors.
It's at the one-man Malik Neighbors show.
Cam
We
Cam
are
Scatabo.
selling the fuck out of this basketball game. Ugh,
Boys, that was fun.
it was.
That's a good time. You're
Yeah.
going to see more fantasy content from Zach and myself. We're going to be linking up to sometime next week, probably.
For sure.
Sometime next week, we'll connect and we'll start doing some rankings. Get you guys our top 10s, top 20s, and more mock drafts. If you want to participate in mock drafts, join the Discord. That's how we get you in there.
And we'll do real drafts too, eventually.
We do real drafts, real live ones, with real people, not just 10 bots and 3 dudes. So that's going to be, I think, it for tonight.
I need to
way
go
over
watch.
time.
I need to go watch the end of this game.
Dubs is
Stories.
tripping, so.
No Stone stories tonight. I need to.
Yeah, we get you next time.
I might need to go cope after this game. We're fucking 21-2 run. We didn't score for 7 minutes in the fourth quarter. That's fucking insane. We were doing the wrap ups and I was just melting.
Dubs is tweaking, and Zach and I got to get to beds because we're
Falling asleep because I'm old.
Dad
We're grown-ups,
activities.
yeah. So for Cowboy Zach Hurst and Dubs,
Appreciate you guys.
I'm Arm